Hi, I'm Frankie, and in this video, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know to get started calling APIs in Azure API Management. This series is based on the Azure API Management hands-on lab. If you want to follow along or do it on your own, you can find a link to it in the description. To practice calling APIs, we'll use this Colors website that allows us to make API calls directly to an API of our choosing. If I come up to this hamburger icon and I click config, we're going to import an API that will then add to this website to make calls to our API gateway using our subscription keys. This is the OpenAPI definition for the API we'll be importing. You can see up here it says Swagger on it. That's because Swagger is an old name for the OpenAPI specification. I'll add a link to this in the description. In the overview page of the Azure portal, we'll go to our APIs dropdown, our API page, and we'll create an API from an OpenAPI definition. We'll open up the full. We'll add our OpenAPI specification. It'll fill out some info. We'll add this to our products starter and unlimited and create this. Before we can make calls from our Colors website to our API gateway, we need to make it an allowed origin using CORS. I'll come over to our CORS policy, I'll hit the pencil icon, and in the allowed origins, I'll add my Colors website. If you want to allow all domains, you could add the star icon and save it, and all domains could call your API gateway. In a different browser window, as a user, I've logged into the developer portal. Now let's test our new Colors API. I'll come to our Colors API, and I'll try the get random color. Send a request, and I see it comes back light blue, random color. Now let's use our URL with our Colors website. I'll copy our URL, which goes to this random color API endpoint. In our Colors website, I'll add the URL here, and I'll submit this. Now I'll start it, but it shouldn't work. There's an HTTP 401 error because we're currently unauthorized to make calls to this API without a subscription key. Back in the developer portal, let's grab our subscription keys. I can come down and I can see the keys for our unlimited sub, our gold sub, and our starter sub. Let's practice using the starter sub and using the unlimited sub. Because we know with these two products, the starter sub only allows 5 calls a minute, while the unlimited sub allows an unlimited amount of calls. I'll add the URLs with subscription keys to the end in a notepad so I can easily copy and paste them over to the Colors website. Please note that you should never share your subscription keys with someone else publicly. I'm only allowing you to see it now because by the time this video gets published, these will be deleted. Back on the Colors website, let's call our random color using our unlimited subscription key. I'll add it here. You can see now I have the subscription key at the end. I'll submit this, and then I'll start it. And we can see each one of these calls occurring over and over. If I stop this, and now switch out the same call, but now using our starter subscription key, we're keeping in mind our starter subscription only allows 5 calls a minute. We should see this stop after 5 calls. And we see after 5 calls, it had a failure. If I copy and paste that random color API with our starter subscription key, we can see that our rate limit has been exceeded because it only allows that 5 calls a minute and 100 calls a week. You can continue to play with this Colors API and the Colors website, but this should give you everything you need to get started calling APIs and using their subscription keys. If this video was helpful for you, please like it and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. And if you missed any of the past Azure API Management videos I've put together, you can find some of those here. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.